Oh, why? Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Peyton 3.0's EDM World News. Hi, I'm Peyton 3.0. Absolutely. So, today we're revisiting the top Give me a moment. 10 albums from 2022 to revisit as we enter the slow winter months of the last few, well, by this point, basically the last 3 months left of this year. So let's get right on into it. This is Peyton 3.0's EDM World News. Take it away. Please hold on tight, buckle your seatbelt. We're going in the vacuum light speed as we teleport to the metaverse. Hello there. Bet you didn't expect to see me, did you? Woo. Okay. Woo. It don't work as well without the actual. Oh. Anyway. Now you see me, now you do. Now you see me, now you don't. 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 All right, yes. This is Peyton 3.0, folks. For those of you who are new, I'm the EDM and drum set vocalist, Zombie Supreme, of the Queen, of the God, the Master, the Emperor, Empress, the King, the Chef in the kitchen, cooking you up something delicious to eat of EDM. Let's get right into the news story. We will keep it short and sweet today. I've been keeping my news stories relatively short and sweet, and I think that's the way I want to keep it, okay? So, 10 albums from 2022 to revisit as we enter the slow winter months. So as we get closer to the end of the year, the rate at which new albums are coming out is going to be falling down. And a new touring season is picking up, but as the months get colder and the days get shorter, as they are right now, at least over here on the west coast of America, as we spend more time inside and with friends and family, we wanted to look back at 10 albums from the past year you might have missed or might have just forgotten about to fill your time. By the way, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this episode, hit the like button. Hey, even subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's get back into it. Yes, honey, I'm a shameless self-promoter. We will have a separate top 10 albums list at the end of the year, but some of those albums might appear there as well. So take your time to familiarize yourself now so you can say, I knew it, when the list does drop, honey. In no particular order. Rabbits, Time Isn't Real. Easily one of our favorite albums of the year. The third album from Grabbits sees him engage his true self and artistry. This is a brilliant listening experience front to back, though you won't find a lot of winter themes if you're missing the warmer months. Check this out. So let me know if you if you're into Grabbits, if you heard Grabbits. Apparently it's one of the top albums of the year. This next album is Okay. Very special. That's the name of the band. Okay, with 2 O's. Dropped his second album. Well, actually, I guess it's just one person. Dropped his second album earlier this year, bringing back his pop live EDM crossover to another project, primarily solo tracked with a couple collaborations, here and there with Rachel Lauren, Dactyl and Elohim, and Flux Pavilion. The album is definitely an easy listening experience that's filled with good vibes and playful notes. So if you haven't heard Okay, it's very special, go ahead and get on into it. All right, this next one is Calvin Harris. We all know Calvin Harris. Funk Wave Bounces Volume 2. This album has so much hype behind it, but it quickly died off after release. Whether that's due to a short attention span or just overall not as stellar singles as the first volume, looking back at the album now, it's just as great for easy listening and casual company as the first. So hey, they're now counting it as one of the best albums, so go, if you haven't heard it yet, or if you have, let's talk about it in the comment section. Calvin Harris's Funk Wave Bounces Volume 2. Now, one of my favorites, Miss Moore, Kismet, the debut album from Young Wonder, Universe. Couldn't have come at a more perfect time. As their career and notoriety continues to increase exponentially, apart from championing POC in the queer culture, the 17-year-old Black and non-binary musician and creative has grown by leaps, bounds over the past few years. A debut album is a special thing, and this one in particular is worthy of your attention. Okay, and it sure was. And I did a whole review on this album, so go check it out on my other series under the playlist called T.O.B. or Turn Up or Burn Up, honey. Turn Up or Burn Up. And search for this. The More Kismet Universe review. That definitely, I looked to that one person in my darn self, so like I said, they did their thing on that because that's what they would like to go by. That's the pronoun. All right, Kill the Noise. Embrace. Waiting 7 years for a new album from Kill the Noise felt like torture, baby. But it was so worth it when Embrace finally dropped. Beyond once again teaming up with Seven Lions and Wolfgang, Gardner and Miha, if that's how you say her name, or him, or whoever. The album goes through so many genres, so forgive me folks, there are so many artists in the EDM scene, so many DJs, I mean just the music scene period. It's hard for me to keep up, honey, because I'm not out here to listen to every Tom, Dick, and Sally, honey. I'm too busy trying to get myself off the ground. Lord have mercy, work these 9 to 5 too. All right. The album goes through so many genres so effortlessly that it's impossible to not be reminded of just how good Kill the Noise is and always has been. Okay, so go back and give Kill the Noise a listen. If you already have, let's discuss that in the comment section, okay? Now the next one is Adventure Club Love / Chaos, okay? Speaking of waiting a long time for albums, Adventure Club finally released Love / Chaos earlier this year. Something they've been building to steadily over the past 6 years, featuring a staggering 25 tracks clocking in at nearly an hour and a half. The diversity and the absolute girth of this album couldn't be overstated. Now we know, first of all, in today's music market and the consumer market of music listeners, that 25 tracks is going to be too much for a lot of people. Maybe the older generation, of EDM will definitely sit down with 25 tracks, but I don't know how many people want to sit down and listen to straight 25 tracks, even if it is damn good, of anybody's album. Oh, cool. They have to be a super fan. And maybe that's what he's going for. He's going for a super fan with this album, with this to the whole thing. Okay? The next one is called Lane 8 Revival. Lane 8 is always perfect when you want to listen to something beautiful and inspiring. Are we recording? Wonderful. Anyway, is the queen there we go. Anyway, Lane 8 is always perfect when you want to listen to something beautiful and inspiring without alienating your older extended family. If your parents or relatives ask what you've been doing and listening to this year while chit-chatting during the holidays, just give them this and leave it at that. They don't need to know everything, honey. Okay? Just go ahead and give your grandpa Lane 8 Revival. Oh, cool. All right. Let's get into the next one. If you heard Lane 8 Revival, let's have a conversation in the comment section. Next one is called Alice Glass. Pray / I think that Roman numeral is 5, but I could be 4. I'm not that great with Roman numerals. When it came up in class, honey, I got locked after probably like 1 or 2. Let's be honest. Okay. All right. Anyway, Alice Glass began her solo project back in 2014. But it wasn't until 2017 that she officially announced her departure from Crystal Castle's, accusing co-founder Ethan Cath of sexual, physical, and mental abuse. It took another 5 years for her to drop her official debut solo album, Pray. Okay, honey, is that title telling on what she went through? Pray, honey. Because she definitely was praying to that man, honey. It's gritty and raw. And apparently that Crystal Castles was her at the end of the day. But we move on, and so does she. Let me know if you heard Alice Glass Pray. Let me know what you thought about it. If not, go into it because it's hot. Kevin Kavinsky, okay, Reborn. It took 9 years for Reborn to finally arrive. After Kavinsky made a name for himself off of pretty much just one single, Nightfall. The track eclipses any of his other singles in play by a factor of about 12. Still, his notoriety persisted. And when he began teasing a new project, all eyes were on him. The reception was lukewarm at best, but upon further listens, Reborn is still a strong entry in the discography. Though maybe not as earwormy, okay? But hey, it was obviously good enough to make it to the list. So if you ever heard Kavinsky's Reborn, give it a listen. All right, Party Favor. And some of you might be asking, before we go on, some of you may be asking, why is it taking these artists so long to drop another album? Like, that's a long ass time, right? It is because when you are on these labels, you're at the mercy of these labels. And a lot of things can go wrong behind the scenes, because it's not just about it's not just music now. When you sign these labels, it's about business. It's all these legal things and contracts and creative differences that can happen, and them stifling you and shelving your album and whatever, for whatever reasons, monetary gains and all this unsexy stuff that comes along with signing your life away to a record business. Okay? So, another reason I'm not signed to a record label, thank God. Alright, Party Favor. Reset. Party Favor has been fighting an uphill battle to get away from his Bap You sound for a few years. Though his live shows are still as fractious and fun as ever, Reset serves as not only a titular ethos of his career, but also a brilliantly composed and written album that deserves far more praise. As far as flow and pace goes, the album is top tier among this year's contenders. And coming from one of the scene's perceived frat boy DJs, the shock factor only adds the enjoyment of listening, of the listening experience. Oh, cool. Yes, while those were the top 10 albums of 2022, as we slide on into these cold, depressing, snowy months of the year. Well, here's the thing, except for some of us live below the equator, where we're not going to get all of that. Some of us actually are heating up. Okay? See, I'm over here in Las Vegas, honey. We don't really get that kind of, we do get cold, but we don't really get the kind of cold that I'm back on the East Coast, honey. No. Obviously, I'm from the East Coast, okay? I am from the East Coast, born and raised. 26 years of my life that I moved over here to the West Coast, to Los Angeles. That was a huge mistake. All right, for so many reasons. But it did give me some great things as well that changed the course of my life. Who knows where I'd be if I didn't get some of those resources. But overall, Los Angeles for me was just a very toxic environment with some very toxic, lot of toxic people. Then after 10 years of that, I moved over to Las Vegas, which is this new decade here for this decade. So the people here are, and I live Shad, honey. The people here are a lot less toxic, and at least they talk and say good morning and whatever and whatnot, you know. They actually laugh at my goofy ass when I make some jokes, okay? They actually laugh. See, in Los Angeles, they don't really laugh at corniness, you know. They don't really laugh at the jokes, you know what I'm saying? Me just being naturally funny, honey. They almost tried to suck the wife out of the queen, honey. I had to protect myself, honey, okay? And shield myself from another personality. But now I'm out back here and I'm able to be, and I'll put my goofy self in. I could see when you spend 26 years somewhere and you move somewhere, it's different. Like, you either gonna change with the scene that you move to or you're not, and I refuse to change. Because it was toxic to me and I didn't agree with it. Okay? Now at 30, well, no, I'm not ashamed of it. I've been saying it probably about 37 years of sexy bitch. Okay? New environment. I liked it right off the bat, you know. It ain't about all that Hollywood shit that's going on in Los Angeles. Thank goodness. You can be a lot of fun, nice people out here. You know, the thing with me is I'm in a different phase of my life where I'm not trying to really be hanging out with people like that. Because now I'm focused on trying to build this business, and I got to work these damn jobs 40 hours a week. Honey, I'm working at least 80 hours a week in total when you include this business here. Oh, honey, what's going on with this green screen? Coming in, going out. Goddamn. Anyway, forgive the green screen. I'm getting better at this technical that I have to do because it's a one-man army here. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe, share all that, and here are a couple more. I gotta put some chapstick on because it's getting cold out there. Here are a couple of lovely social medias I would love for you to go ahead and follow and all of that. Make sure you get 3 friendly songs from me by going to that bit.ly link and getting on the email list. These 3 songs, especially for the people who get on the email list, is a gift from me that you will not hear anywhere else. This tells you the direction that I am going musically as I head into the future. My website is up. It gets straight to the point, no fluff. And it's going to lead you back to my email list anyway. I get straight to the point. Straight to the point. SoundCloud.com, which you can hear the song in the background called Turn Up, Let the Music Kill You, which is an electro house pop type of track I recorded 4 years ago. Instagram, Facebook.com, TikTok, and yes, YouTube. Honey, the TikTok is hot. Actually, all the social media is hot. You got to get on it. Okay? I'm a riot. I'm entertainment. Anytime you watch any content of mine, honey, you are instantly pulled in. All right. I forgot to mention SessionsLive.com. I go live on that. SessionsLive.com is like a Twitch. It's like Twitch, a Discord, but it's just for musicians. And you get an avatar and a screen name and all of that. So put that URL in your browser and let's go. Let's build some real community. I'll see you on the next EDM World News. Take it away. Bye-bye.